every movement has an innovator, some guy behind the scenes that's putting it on. There's always a wizard in the land of Oz, in the Emerald City. And there's a guy named Brian something or other, I believe. What? Amazing. We pulled back the curtain. You've brought this wonderful thing, this conspiracy con together, and you've made it a success. 11 years. Once. Años. In fact, we have Victor Camacho here. He's doing a thing over there in Mexico City, same conference going on in Mexico City live right now, simulcast. How do you do this? How do you generate this electricity? And it's going all over in here. In fact, you got some electricity in the other room. I'm being, hit, and Ted Gunderson and Alex Jones and John DeCamp. But that's what makes it interesting when somebody is daring enough to say, let's take it to the front. Let's take it. Let's go public with it. What made you make the decision to do this?
Because it has to be done, Anthony. There's nothing more important on this planet to discuss. I would submit that the conspiratorial view of history is far closer to the truth than any other version of history. And what backs up such a brazen statement? History, that's what. History has proven that the so-called conspiracy theorists, a damage control label, by the way, have gotten much closer to the truth, that we actually ask the tougher questions. We are willing to acknowledge not only there is a rabbit hole, but we enter that rabbit hole and we go down further and we pull out that which few even dare to consider is possible.
Well, doesn't the victors write the history?
They do. They do.
So you mean to say that some of the history that we are reading and seeing on film is constructed by them to tell us lies so that we go in the wrong direction?
I'm not sure who said this. It might have been Rousseau who said, history is the lie we all agree upon. And that is a really good way of putting it.
What a statement. I mean, I don't know what, I don't know why I haven't heard that.
Look, I'll tell you this. There is a renaissance that is going on right now. That's why there's so much electricity. It is happening now. Those who believe that Oswald was the lone gunman, those who believe in the official version of 9/11, those who believe in the official version of just about everything in between and beyond are now, today, not tomorrow, but today, becoming dinosaurs. Yes, I organized this event, and I've done so for 11 years, but I couldn't do it because of the growing consciousness out there of people who are crying out for something other than the garbage they're getting in those history books. They're getting when they turn on that mind control box at 6 and 11. And that's why they're here again.
I'm hearing from this guy, garbage in the history books? Garbage? Our kids are getting trash? Our kids are getting trashed?
We are getting trashed, but I am a mere facilitator. I am a mere facilitator for that which is going to happen. Whether the powers that be like it or not, whether the public like it or not, they are becoming dinosaurs. We might be embryonic right now, but we are growing, and we're seeing it here. And I'm honored that you're here. And even if there's a little bit of controversy in the process...
A little bit of controversy? This guy's talking about a little bit of controversy? Well, holy tamale! The jackpot.
Well, my friend, your response was even more stoic than mine a few moments ago while the controversy rages on in the next room. Mm-hmm. But we can't be afraid of that. We can't be afraid of one another. Mm-hmm. And in this process, we need to, yes, acknowledge our differences, understand, yes, there are misunderstandings. Maybe there is infighting based on hurt feelings, bruised egos. Maybe there's infiltration. Maybe there are organizations out there that would work to undermine our efforts. But we've got to talk about it. Communication is absolutely key, and we're going to do that this weekend. We're going to bring it all out, and I'm not afraid to do so.
Well, I would hope that I would be invited. I don't, my friend Ted, and God bless Ted Gunderson, He's in the hospital as we now speak. He's living with cancer. My opponents over there said he's dying with cancer. I have a different opinion than Leonard Horowitz and Sherry Kane. My friend is living with cancer. I've heard more lies and bullshit and crap and things going on behind the scenes than I've ever heard about Alex Jones and myself and Senator John DeCamp and myself. But I would like to address it. In fact, I'm going to address it. I'm going to make a deal with those guys. If they stop telling lies about us, we'll start to stop. Well, if they stop telling lies against us, we'll not tell the truth about them. I think that's a fair agreement.
I think that's fair, but I also think it's fair, and I think it's an honorable trait to be fair enough to allow the accused in any situation to rebut and face his accusers, whether it's in a court of law or the court of public opinion.
Well, maybe they'll have a chance to say something in the court of law.
And I say that regarding both parties, regarding both situations. If someone is pointing fingers and saying, all these other people are causing trouble and naming names, if we're dealing with counterintelligence programs or COINTELPRO, and someone starts pointing fingers, you have to ask yourself as an observer, if there is indeed an agent involved, is it the accused or is it the accuser?
In this particular case, there's a possibility it could not be an agent at all, but ego.
That is possible too.
It could be.
We could be talking about somebody who wants stardom in the fast track, a genuine shit stir for just the sake of being exploitive, sensational. That is a possibility, but we are going to explore that.
It's a claim to fame. It's people have been doing this in Hollywood for many, many years. In fact, a friend of Alex Jones and a friend of mine, even though he's got a very bad rep lately, he's had the guts to come out there and stand on this 911 issue. His last name is Sheen. And whatever you think of him, I think well of him for doing what he's done. At the risk of losing millions, he has taken a stand. Gary Busey, a friend of mine, has taken a stand. And I know that sometimes you're going to take a stand and some guy who's on the losing side. Sometimes you're not going to win in the confrontation. But it's just something that's ingrained in some of us that does that.
And I'd like to qualify what I just said. You know, we've got people like Gary Busey and Charlie Sheen who themselves have, gotten into a little bit of trouble.
A lot of trouble.
With their personal lives and their professional lives. But they also happen to be people who speak out and have taken a chance, whereas most of the others don't. And that is something to be honored. And I certainly hope that Gary can continue to take good care of himself. I hope that Charlie Sheen can take good care of himself and continue to be genuine voices for our cause.
Well, I want you all to take good care of yourself, and I want you to continue to be in the cause. When I first met Brian, I thought, he's a happy-go-lucky guy, and I didn't think he knew a hell of a lot about, the conspiratorial thing, but I was invited and happy to be a guest. And as the years grew on, the man grew in stature. He grew in... come here. I've taken a look at some people walking by. He just grew into a different man. He's not the same guy. You're not the same guy you were. I'm
not the same guy. I have gone through some personal evolution since I began doing this thing in earnest 11 years ago. So much has happened. So much has changed. And I feel stronger and better for it. And thank you for saying so. Thank you for noticing that.
And we're all better for it. I take a look at Gary Richard Arnold, who's just, walking in here. I am so proud of you, my friend, and I want this wonderful thing called openness, this wonderful revelation, this explosion of information to double and triple and quadruple and bring us to ConCon 2012. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
I pray that I'll be, and Ted will be here to come back again. God bless you all. And go to ConCon.com.
ConspiracyCon.com.
Oh, I keep saying,
yeah.
ConspiracyCon.com. But it is ConCon by some of us just in the inner crowd here.
The inner crowd, the nickname that we've all adopted.
ConspiracyCon.com. And the things that you saw here, I want you to go to and get some of the tapes that were done here. In fact, I suggest you get one on I haven't seen the tape, but I hear it's pretty interesting, by Dr. Leonard Horowitz. And Sherry or Shelley Kane?
It's Sherry Kane.
Sherry Kane.
And it's one of many DVDs, information you're not going to get, especially if you attend, over the course of a weekend under one roof. I mean, your first best destiny is to educate yourself and others, and I feel it is mine to help facilitate a forum that allows voices for everyone who, despite all the odds, is trying to get to the truth and free this world.
Well, some people say that stuff we have over there is just junk, but I hope that you come to conspiracycon.com, and I hope that you go to aircrap.org, freeworldalliance.com, commoncrime.net, and Our England UK. This is Anthony J Hilder at ConspiracyCon 2011.